Hey guys, it's the Coaster Battleman here, bringing you an awesome video. The top 10 roller coasters at Geauga Lake, and this park is no longer operating. Several of the coasters here have been relocated, so yeah, Geauga Lake is no longer operating. A lot of coasters have been relocated, but a few of them are no longer operating. So yeah, moving on to number 10, which is Beaverland Mine Ride, and this coaster is relocated to another amusement park, but overall, this coaster is just a kid coaster with a super long train, not too big of a deal to ride this at the time of Geauga Lake. Number 9 is Raging Wolf Bob's, and this is, I believe, a Curtis D. Summers wooden coaster. It has a bunch of random turns and overall not that good of a ride. So yeah, if Curtis D. Summers is watching this video, I hope he doesn't get mad that that I said this coaster wasn't that good. But overall, I still think the color scheme is very good. So yeah, at least there's one thing that's good about this ride. Number 8 is Thunderhawk, and it's formerly Serial Thriller. Thunderhawk used to have a all yellow color scheme, an all yellow color scheme, sorry about that, as well as some other weird color schemes before that. So yeah, Thunderhawk's color schemes as Serial Thriller and Thunderhawk at Geauga Lake weren't that good, but now at Michigan's Adventure it has a very nice red track and yellow support color scheme with a lake right in front of it. Number 7 is Villain. So yeah, Villain is actually one of the 3 wooden coasters here, and it's actually a wooden hybrid because it has wood track and steel supports, so it's kind of unique about this ride. But people have said this coaster was kind of a rougher attraction. It was built by CCI, so I know their coasters aren't the smoothest, so yeah. Villain, in the POV it looked mediocre, so yeah, moving on to number 6, which is Double Loop. This coaster was an aerodynamics looping coaster at this park, and I get why it's called Double Loop because it has 2 vertical loops, and that's definitely the best part of the ride are those 2 vertical loops. They look fairly intense, they look pretty fun as well, but the rest of the ride, including the drop and the helix before the vertical loop and after the vertical loops, aren't the greatest of elements, and this coaster could be kind of jerky, I bet, at the time. Number 5 is Flying Cobras / Carolina Cobra / Headspin / Mind Racer. Yeah, that was a lot to say right there. Flying Cobras is at Carowinds right now, but at Geauga Lake it was called Headspin and Mind Racer. Yeah, a Vekoma Boomerang named Mind Racer. That's just amazing. But overall, this coaster is just a normal Vekoma Boomerang, but what's unique about it is how many times this coaster has had a new name and new color scheme, and I wonder if it's going to get a 5th redo. Number 4 is Big Dipper, and this is the old wooden coaster at this park, built way back in 1925, I believe. You can check on that in Wikipedia when this ride opened. But still, this coaster was at Geauga Lake for so long, all the way from the 1920s or 1925 until the park closed in 2007. Over 80 years. That's a long time for a coaster to operate. But unfortunately, the ride is closed and it's no longer operating today because Geauga Lake closed. So yeah, this coaster looks to have some decent airtime moments throughout the ride. So yeah, moving on to number 3 is Possessed / Steel Venom / Superman Ultimate Escape, and this coaster currently is Possessed at Dorney Park, but formerly Steel Venom and Superman Ultimate Escape. It used to have actually a fairly unique color scheme for an Intimate Impulse with red track and blue supports. But now it has a basic yellow track and light green support color scheme. But overall, not a bad coaster. The launches are always fun, the two spikes are very fun, twisting up and down the twisted spike and going up and down the vertical spike. Number 2 is Dominator, or Batman Night Flight, formerly Batman Night Flight. Dominator is the B&M Floorless at King's Dominion and was the B&M Floorless coaster at Geauga Lake. This coaster actually currently has a yellow vertical loop but orange track, which is kind of a unique color scheme, or a weird color scheme, because it switches colors throughout the ride. But overall, Dominator, just a traditional roller coaster in my opinion. It's nothing to shout at, but it still looks like a very fun coaster in my opinion. That first drop looks really good, the vertical loop looks awesome. But then the Cobra roll looks kind of average, but after that mid-course brake run, the ride isn't as good, because the two corkscrews are pretty radly. But number 1 is Firehawk / X-Flight. And Firehawk at Kings Island was formerly X-Flight with green track and black supports at Geauga Lake. But now it's Firehawk at Kings Island, now has red track and gray supports. Pretty unique color schemes over time, especially when this ride was at Geauga Lake. The color scheme really does look pretty unique compared to other roller coasters. But overall, this coaster was the best ride at Geauga Lake, no doubt, because the first drop was very fun, or is very fun. The vertical loop looks very fun, as well as the other inversions on this coaster, which make the coaster a very fun and unique experience. Not really because it's a clone, but a very good experience for Ohio. And the good news is, if you still want to ride this today, it's at Kings Island. And I've actually ridden this coaster before, and Thunderhawk at Michigan's Adventure. Those are the only 2 Geauga Lake coasters I have ridden. But still, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. And what's your opinion on the top 10 roller coasters at Geauga Lake before this park closed? Tell me in the comments section below, and stay tuned for more videos.